there anybody that still has life signals? Yes. Yeah, look at that. Not in the hardware bay, but like there's... And a bunch of people in the in Arbis. There's a bunch of people alive in Arbis. Everybody lives in Arbis. This missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. It does that because there's an orc riding on top of it and it can relay the information to the missile. You promise you won't lock me down there again? I have not locked anybody in the basement in the last 17 days. And I promise I will not lock you in the basement in the next 5 comes after 6, and then 7 comes... I think I said 5 comes after 6. 6 comes after 7. No. 6 comes after 5, 7 comes after 6, and 8 comes after 7. There we go. I swear, I am a math god in this game. This is too simple maths. This is how you win at FPS games, right? And in just team-based game. One bad plan is better than 2 good ones. Or 3. As long as like your entire team commits to the bad plan, it just becomes a better plan than the multiple good ones. You see? We win. That's how you do it. Who puts meatballs on pizza? It's even weirder than pineapple. Who does that? Like, who puts meatballs as a topping? It's so chunky. I feel the same about meatball on pizza as a lot of people feel about pineapple. It's just like weird and seems unappetizing. Okay, I like this guy as well. He's a theater kid.
Do not shame me with that common folk name!
I don't think he's a theater kid, I think he's an egotistical lion. He gives theater kid vibes. This requires further investigation. Your concern has been noted and we will get back to you in 5 to 6 business years. The friend I was bouncing ideas off of while making this said I look like a cult leader. Do I look like a cult leader? Be honest, do I look like a cult leader? Listen, I am not saying he's wrong, okay? But... But is it that obvious? Can I just talk about how I still confuse like East and West every now and then because my like first grade teacher made a grave mistake and that has now been completely just imprinted in my memory. So the Greek word for west and the Greek word for right start with the same letter. So do the Greek word for east and left. So when we were being taught, you know, the cardinal directions, my first grade teacher goes like, you can remember west because it starts with the same letter as right. Δύση, δεξιά. Same with east. Ανατολή, αριστερά. He has like a moment of realization. Wait a second, that is not right. They are flipped. Thank you, first grade teacher. You have ruined me. You have made me directional challenged for the rest of my life. It's a game that, from what I've seen, gives trauma to all the Vtubers I've watched. That's my secret, Captain. I already have the trauma. And this just makes it worse. I'm already super careful about exploding cars in my day-to-day life. This is just gonna drive me farther into insanity. Back is hurting from these seats. I'll need to stretch a bit. Let's stretch. I'll stretch with you. There you go. Arch your back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and stretch it out good. There you go. Ah! You do have to go Super Saiyan when you're stretching as well, otherwise you did not stretch well enough. Water ASMR while we fly over to the Fate. I crashed into a rock. Don't drink and drive. That is a terrible decision. You know what? Final Fantasy XIV is just an open-world visual novel. And it's actually my second favorite open-world visual novel. The first one is Outer Wilds, but I don't think the world is ready to hear that either of these games are just open-world visual novels. I have played the game before, but that was like years ago. Whoa, don't fall down there. Do not fall down there, that is very bad for your health. That said, we are kind of in a war zone, which is even worse for your health. Between all the smoke and the bullets and the— oh god! Holes in the ceiling! Use explosive bullets to hit targets. Explosive bullets detonate on impact. Do they? Oh, they do! Sometimes we do like big nice challenges and get good at games like Trackmania. Other times, we explore weird little other games, like We Have Resados the other week, or Is a Delivery Call, the new video that I released, like, yesterday. Sometimes exciting things happen on this channel. Today it's not one of those times. For today, I am tired. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I'm just tired. I woke up super late. I slept like I saw the sun before I slept. I'll put it that way. I woke, which also caused me to wake up super late, which has just made me incredibly tired. I've not been sleeping well lately, but not badly enough to the point of canceling stream. I was considering it, but then I remembered that I canceled stream on Wednesday. And I felt bad. I don't want to cancel 2 in a week. I'll happily cancel 1 if it's like to ease my workload or help with my sleep schedule a little bit, but not 2. Not 2. So really, the only solution after that is just play, just watch videos, because that's what I would be doing either way. I don't have the energy today to, you know, play games. I don't have the energy to do like some super mega work. I'll maybe prep some stuff for like work I have, but like that's about it. But so I was just gonna watch videos and maybe play like chess on the other screen. Maybe like play on the Trackmania like arcade servers or whatnot, but that's about it. Like very low brain activity happening. But speaking of brain activity, guess who uploaded for the first time in 2 years? Look, Vsauce has uploaded for the first time in 2 years a video called All the Ghost You Will Be. So this to me implies an existential crisis. So are we ready for this? I don't know, but we're watching it. Is this what React streamers do? Oh, I know the one thing they do. The one thing they do. Okay, wait. I need to practice this before starting the video. I need to practice. I need to practice the reaction. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, chat, that's crazy. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? That's crazy. That's so crazy, chat. That is so crazy. Okay, I think I got it. Okay. God, I'm the best reaction streamer to have ever reacted on stream. Ever. Okay, let's go. Hey, do you see that? That's crazy. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. A single piece of refined flour is...
Okay, you can hear that, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just making sure the audio is on.
Michael here.
I love the pause.
Hey,
he takes like a bit over a second to just move from that position, and that is very much a vibe. Look at him.
Hey.
He's just standing there, man. Oh god. The frame. It looks like he has no teeth in that frame. Vsauce! What happened to your teeth, man?
Michael here. A single piece
Sorry,
of
Michael.
refined flour is, on average,
it's been
just
so long I forgot your name.
67 microns wide. That means a 5-pound bag of flour contains about 2.7 billion individual specks of flour.
That's
dust.
a lot of billions!
Now, if each of those particles were a person, 3 bags could represent every single human alive on Earth today. 8.1
So that's like
billion itty-bitty things.
Oh, we're at like 0.1 now.
Years old?
I thought we were still like a near...
Roughly divide everyone alive today in half, the yeses and the nos. But can you imagine a second question that could then divide both of those
I cannot
groups
imagine.
in half? Well, if so, and if you kept doing that, after just 33 questions, you would be left with more than 8 billion groups, each containing just one person.
One thing is becoming rapidly apparent right now. He says smart things. I do not have the brain capacity to process smart things right now. But we still suck. Neither do most streamers. That is perfectly fine.
In other words, out of everyone alive today, we could pinpoint a specific individual. For example, you, with just 33 yes or no questions.
Oh, wait, Visus, hold up a second there, friend. Before we get into more smart things, I need to drink some water. This is also your reminder to hydrate, because if you don't, your sleep paralysis demon, who is literally not me, is gonna show up tonight and waterboard you for all the water that you should have drunk during the day that you did not. Anyways, back to research here.
Do they even exist? We don't know.
Tell me smart things, clever man.
About this many people die. A little bit more than a quarter cup. But about twice as many as that.
Oh, all the ghosts you will be.
But how many people have ever been born?
Yeah, so we're going
117 billion.
That was a nice transition. That was a sick transition.
This is how many you will ever meet. You are a stranger to your own species. This is a video about how you're forgotten. It's about the ghosts that surround us and how they're getting closer. Our journey begins 2,500 kilometers above the surface of the sun.
Are they getting closer? Are they really?
A hot layer of ionized gas begins its reach millions of kilometers.
What do you mean they're getting closer?
It's called the solar corona. And normally, it's outshone by the rest of the sun because it gives off just 1/1,000,000th as much light. But during an eclipse, it can be seen. When you are eclipsed, your own sort of corona will remain as well. The memories people have of you. Your
thumbnail picture,
emails and texts you sent, the fact that your child has a nose like yours, every appearance you made in the background of a stranger's photo, those are all traces of you that shine while you're alive, but can also continue long after you're gone. Douglas Hofstadter called them your solar corona. I love that phrase because it makes a cosmological...
No, he did not coin that term.
Also continue long after you're gone. Douglas Hofstadter called them your solar.
Hey, Douglas Hofstadter.
Solar corona.
Oh yeah, I like that guy. I am a fan of that guy.
I love that
Good
phrase
job,
because it
friend.
makes a cosmological
Good
phenomenon
job.
personal by literally including you. How long
Shut
will
up.
you be here?
Shut up.
Well,
With
that's
it,
why
that's
I
like,
made
you
this
cannot
clock.
double
It
down
tells
on the
time,
bad
But
jokes.
it also tells your
That is too many
Just
bad
answer the
jokes.
questions, and then
Although I
when it's
use
ready,
that.
push the
I
red
do that
button,
quite
and
often.
The clock will begin counting down the seconds you have left to live, approximately. Now, whenever you want, you can switch it to show the time, but that's not nearly as fun. Also, this clock never forgets. If you take away its
Time is
power,
fun.
it'll go dark.
Knowing the
but
time
it's
is
still
pretty
thinking
fun.
about you. Next time you plug it in,
That's
it'll
how I
pick
know I
right
slept
back
at
up
like 7 a.m.
where it
today.
should be. Now, if you would like a practical, retro memento mori, you can pre-order one of these now. Omnis Vulnerant, ultimately something else is ticking
commercials.
up. The number of ghosts in the world. Your nominal ghost is your name. It's out there representing you whether you're there or not. It won't haunt the world forever, though, as we've often been reminded.
Why?
You die twice.
I want to
Once
haunt the
when your
world.
heart stops beating.
Do trees
and
have
again,
ghosts?
Usually sometime later.
Wait. Do trees have ghosts? I feel like trees should have ghosts, right? They're living beings. Like presumably all living things leave a ghost behind, right? No? Yes? Perhaps? Thoughts? Opinions? I wanna be like a ghost tree, like in a ghost forest. Can you imagine? That's a sick concept, actually. That would be a sick concept. It's a ghost forest. Like, we have ghost ships, we have ghost islands. Why not have a ghost forest? Ships are alive. Islands are like entire ecosystems that don't count as like a single living organism. But now, like a ghost forest. Now we're talking. Now we
when
are
your
talking.
name is spoken for the last time. But whose name has been remembered the longest? Well, signed here on this 5,000-year-old tablet is the oldest written name
Look at
we've ever
old
found.
people.
Kushum, the first
Kushum!
named character we know in the written history of humanity, probably. It's not
the
entirely
pilot
clear
episode.
whether Kushum is the name of a person or just the title of an office holder. You know, if you want to be really sure, a generation or two later, this tablet was made. It contains 3 names, Gul Sol and 2 people he enslaved, Inpop X and a woman named Sakalger. These
Is this a
individuals
contract?
are the reigning champs of avoiding the second death. And with archival practices and technologies being what they are today, your name could conceivably last just as long as these have already. But you know, I gotta say, if you want your ghosts to last longer, it helps to...
You say that, Visos. You say that. You say that, friend. However, we're one really good solar flare away from the entire internet just being erased from reality. These sharks are already biting on the underwater cables. Are we ready? All of our history will be erased, friends. All of it will be erased at the discretion of the sun. We return back to the ancient Egyptians and their worship of Ra. Ra has the power to erase us all. And you're saying we're gonna survive? No.
Bend the truth a little bit.
We stop writing things in stone.
Built this interactive
because we have paper now.
Famous...
Asset 3, by the way, Asset 3. I would heavily recommend you to start writing things on stone, maybe leather scrolls again. Like that was a nice part of humanity. Why do we need paper? Why do we need paper? Like you're just killing trees for like you're writing stuff on them, on their corpses. Although you are kind of contributing to the ghost forest in that way. So really, can I be mad about that? I don't know. Like, cause again, like I need more time to consider the implications of the ghost forest. Cause that is a sick concept.
Person born in every location.
Just write things on stone.
On Wikipedia data, how long their article is.
Wait. You hold up, Brisus. Hold up. More thoughts have popped into my mind. Like it also gives you the cool factor, right? Because like you can literally say, oh yeah, this thing I wrote, like what I ate for breakfast today. Yeah, it's literally written in stone. It will never change. It's there. It's an inscription of the past and an inscription of the future. Future generations, future archaeologists are gonna find your to-do list written in stone and immortalize that as like a sacred practice. You could start a religion right now by like stopping to write things on paper. Think about it.
How many languages?
I have no vested interest in this, by the way. I just don't want to become somebody's Minecraft base, man. Like paper is worse. Like my Minecraft base is better. Paper is worse because, like, at the very least, in Minecraft base, you are like at least setting the foundation. You're gonna get use out of it. Like paper, you're just gonna get written on. Your corpse is gonna get written on, and then like you're just gonna be discarded, never to be remembered ever again. Truly becoming the second death.
Like by the way, out of everyone alive right now, about this many of us, almost exactly a quarter teaspoon, are mentioned on Wikipedia. Now let's zoom in on Stillwell, Kansas.
It's wild, like the flower analogy, that is genius.
I wasn't born in Stillwell. I grew up there. I lived there from ages 5 to 18, but I was born in Kansas City. For a while, a lot of things online said that I was born in Stillwell, so that's probably how I wound up here. But should I correct it? What's more?
You just did, though. You just did. You provided a first account source. That Wikipedia page is gonna change now. You just corrected it! What do you mean? Should I correct it?
The truth or a
You
little
fool!
line that
I
prolongs
see
and
through your
enhances my
ploy
nominal
to correct
ghost.
your own Wikipedia article.
Maybe the truth. Because even if my name is forgotten, images of me may stick around. And that is your second ghost. Your likeness. Figurative portrayals of what you look like. Now, we have no idea what most people who have lived looked like. Long ago, no records were made.
That's true.
Eventually, some were and have survived. So, who's the earliest known person where, like, we know what they looked like?
Does Jesus kind of look like Walter White with a beard? Because I feel like he kind of looks like Walter White with a beard. Walter White. Oh wait, Walter White has a beard. Since when did Walter White have a beard? I have no such recollection. Oops, that was already on. Whoa, you're big! Stop being so big, Walter White. Okay, here's Walter White. Here's Vsauce. Am I crazy in seeing the resemblance here? There. Am I crazy in seeing the resemblance? Because I'm telling you, like, this is... Yeah, line it up actually really quick. Here. There. Here. Wait. Does Visuals just have a bigger head? Hold up. Hold up. Why are your eyes so far up? No, wait. Move that down a bit. What's going on here? Wait, this is kind of better, I think, but like, what is going on proportion-wise here? Is this like an AI Walter White picture? It does look like kind of weirdly textured, weirdly smooth and what. Yeah, like, look at that! What picture did I don't have it pulled up anymore. But like, okay, like even like if it is like. Oh wait, his head is probably tilted up a little. No, wait, no, that's his forehead line. What's going on here? Is Vsauce like the? Is that like what Picasso was drawing? Cause like the perspective just does not make any sense here. I don't think. Wait, is that his mouth? Is this his mouth here? Is this all just neck? So would he be like down here? That makes more sense, I think. But that would mean Walter White just has like a massive forehead. Yeah, because like look at that. It goes like, it shoots outwards, kind of like that. Rather than like go inwards like... He's just mega brain. Walter White is just mega brain. I still do think like it's... The resemblance is like super big. Like Visual is just like a bit younger right now. Okay, back to.
Well, it's probably Gudea.
Let's not think about it. Let's not think about it.
27 4,000-year-old statues of him have been found in southern Iraq. They stand out not just for their craftsmanship, but also for the fact that earlier depictions of human forms are either more abstract or generalized.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this in Elden Ring. Not quite a pothead, but like this looks like an Elden Ring or like a Souls-like in general enemy.
But because these depictions of Gudea are more realistic, are so similar to each other, and have been found spread so widely, it's tenable that they're similar to the actual...
I just realized he just got chairs stuck on the wall, like here and here. For decor, like what? Hi, hey, weird choice of decoration. At that height as well, like you're just gonna bonk your head. Like that is essentially a pillar. It's gonna close up the space under that. How did you mount a chair on the wall?
As he appeared in life, the first known illustrated person in our history. Even if your figural ghosts don't stick around as long as Gudeyas have, things that look kind of like you don't stick around
I
as long as
spotted
Gudeyas
something.
have. Things
Enhance! I cannot really enhance, but there's a dead bug, maybe? On the piano. Research? What are you hiding back there, friend? What are you hiding back there? Did you kill... That's a big as well. Like, from this distance? That is big. What is that? Little sassy black spot
like
there.
You might. I'm talking about your genetic ghost, your personal genomic variation that can be carried on by your descendants. Now, interestingly, even if your progeny are especially fecund, your genetic ghost probably won't stick around that long. Just how much of your unique genetic code winds up in your grandkids, for example, depends partly on chance. It could be anywhere from 23 to 27%. Your great-grandkids will only contain 9 to 14% of you.
Yay, they
Your
get all my congenital
great-great-great-great
diseases.
grandchildren will on average be
Well, I don't know
more
I have,
similar
actually.
to you than you are
Is there a test
to
for
a
that?
stranger. In fact, it is at that
Is there a
distance
test
that
to
it
know,
becomes
like,
possible
any
to be
genetically
left
inherited
behind
diseases
for
you may
absolutely
have?
no personal chunks of your genome to be present.
Because, like, to be fair,
More than 70
both my dad and my grandpa from both sides, and all my why am I saying like this? Dad, like both my parents rather, and my grandparents. I don't think they really had any like genetic shenanigans happening. But who knows? Who
percent of your
knows?
ancestors from 11 generations ago aren't in you at all. So you're not so much the genetic foundation on which your progeny sit as you are their baby teeth, a thing that served a purpose but was destined to then fall out and be set aside. Where should you be buried if you want to become a
I'm a
fossil?
baby tooth.
Fossils last a long time.
Oh, that's
Your
a great
legacy
question,
could be
actually.
representing our species in a cool bony pose at a museum millions of years from now.
Yeah.
Well, as it turns out, fossilization, the mineralizing of
It's
bones
near a
into rocky
volcano,
ghosts,
right? Volcanic
is an
ground?
exceedingly rare occurrence. Bill Bryson
Oh.
puts it this way: less
Is it?
than 1/10 of 1% of a species is ever lucky enough to become fossilized, which means that millions of years from now, all that will be left of every single person alive today in the US will probably
Background
just
lyrics.
be about 60 fossilized bones.
Okay, he's saying interesting things, but I'm just vibing to the background music. Like try to listen behind the words he says. It's pretty good.
Bones, not even one full human skeleton. The best way to improve your chances of becoming a fossil are to be buried rapidly and deeply with no coffin under the seafloor of a still mass of water at low elevation where sediment deposits will be swift and fine and oxygen levels low.
Okay.
Some locations that fit this bill are
Noted.
parts of the Black Sea, the Gulf of Mexico where the Mississippi disgorges, and
How do I get
the
buried
mangrove
deeply
swamps
and
along
quickly,
the northern
though?
coast of Australia. But even
Like,
then, there's
fall
risk.
in a
Right?
crevice
Earth is an active churning
during a
rock, and erosion
mega
could wear
earthquake?
you away. Metamorphic activity could melt you back down.
Is that how
So
I?
if you
Is
want
that how
to
I
be
guarantee
a
my
trace
fossilization?
for a long time? Leave. The oldest unchanged piece of Earth wasn't even found on Earth. It was found on the Moon, where geological activity is less brutal.
Oh.
A monolith engraved with your name and biography buried on the Moon would be a good
True.
idea. Except in, 5 to 10 billion years, our sun will expand into a red giant, engulfing the Earth and Moon, likely destroying them forever. So, a copper disc coated in aluminum and
So
gold
what you're
floating
saying
through
is
space
escape the
would be
solar
even
system
better.
before then.
The golden records aboard the
Easy
Voyager
enough?
spacecraft
Easy
could
enough?
exist for trillions of years. They could
Yeah.
conceivably still be legible even after the last star goes dim. But your final type of ghost will be there too.
We're
It's
setting
what I
that to the
call
next
your
universe, the
ripple
next
ghost,
Big Bang.
the diffused domino effect.
God, that's gonna be such a mystery for like couple trillion years. like New Civilization YouTube. It's like, there's a mysterious copper disc we found that predates the universe by as we know it. It predates the universe itself. Where did it come from? And we're just like sitting here being like, we're ghosts, but we cannot find a way to communicate with ghosts. And they're like, yo, how overcrowded do you think? Like, if every living organism ever to have existed is like a ghost, how overcrowded do you think like the universe is? Because I feel like there would be a lot. Like, can ghosts overlap? Do you think ghosts can overlap? Do they care about their personal space? Because like when you have that many ghosts, surely, like you cannot like find a suitable place for all of them. Definitely not on the planet. So that's definitely space ghosts. So that's already established. But like for people who just want to haunt the same general areas, like they just overlap, don't they? So I don't think ghosts would have like a problem with like personal space, or like maybe newer ghosts, but like after a couple like dozen, maybe 1,000 years. No, 1,000 is way too many. Like dozen, maybe a couple hundred years, they would probably be accustomed to ghost life. I wonder what it feels to have like a ghost pass through another ghost.
Of all of your actions. There will be people, for example, a century from now, who could enjoy the shade of a tree you planted without ever wondering who put it there. The butterfly effect effectively guarantees us all a sort of anonymous, minute immortality. Just by being born, technically, you changed the universe irrevocably. The tiny and subtle but very real way your mass affects the planet Saturn right now will contribute in some extremely small way to exactly how and when its rings collapse. When the universe enters its heat death and it's the same temperature everywhere, the arrangement of matter in the universe will be the way it is because you existed. There will be no minds to observe it, so you won't be remembered, but you won't be annihilated. But you won't be annihilated.
Why make that face when you say annihilated? I get like you're trying to be hopeful and whatnot, but like this is like, you want to be annihilated? Blink? Because I'm gonna annihilate you first. That's the subtext here. That is the subtext.
So what? Oh, I've got ghosts that stick around. Newsflash, buddy, I'm not my ghosts. Okay, first of all,
he's so good at like facial acting in the videos as well.
Fame and legacy gets so fizzily.
Maybe 2 years since you uploaded last, Michael. Vsauce.
But secondly,
whichever your real name may be.
A pretty good definition of
you have not lost your touch though.
You are everything you take with you when you die. Your secrets, the things you could have done or said but never did. That's what you are. Now, you could desperately try to do as much as you can and leave as much on the table as possible, but life is short. Too short? Well, Derek Parfit has pointed out that the brevity
that's a
of
big
life
number.
Probably has nothing
I know it's in seconds, but that's a big number.
If your life was twice as long, would it have twice as much meaning? If we were all immortal, would the meaning of life suddenly be obvious? No. Meaning is separate from the sheer participation.
We just have the same problem ghosts have, but we could not like pass through each other. Maybe we could find a technology for that and just like, oh, can you imagine what it would be like to just pass through another person, like flesh and all, like your organs mix for like a bit as you're going past through each other, like your eyeballs. Like if you're the same height, especially, your eyeballs just like kind of walk into each other and you see inside the other person briefly. That's weirdly intimate. I don't know if I would like that.
This game.
I don't know if I would like having somebody walk through me. I'd much rather have a ghost walk through me. Float through me? Ghostly meander through me?
That like ghosts, they can pass through walls. The soy bomb only lasted 36 seconds, but because a digital ghost of it lingers in Earth's largest haunted house, an average of 40 people have seen it every day for the last 30 years. Old music started outselling new music for the first time in 2015. Today, we each spend an average of 7 hours and 3 minutes a day in a haunted house full of avatars and messages from the living and dead alike. People and ideas and art in the past have become not just accessible, but accessible. We are on these ghost portals so much it's become pretty much the only way anyone finds companionship.
I was watching...
For crying out.
I related this like kind of weirdly. It's like, you know, when you learn a new word and then you start kind of like seeing it everywhere, it's kind of like the same concept, because he talks about this right now. And then like literally yesterday, I was watching like some older Total Biscuit videos. And I'm like, wow, it's been like, oh, when did Total Biscuit pass away? I forgot. It has to be like at least 5 years now, right? No, yeah, he definitely died before the pandemic. So like that's even more than 5 years. God, it's been, oh God, I remember hearing about it like, out
loud, more people on this planet own cell phones than toothbrushes. Documentality is the word Maurizio Ferraris gave to his ontology of
if somebody says this
but it's also
after I'm gone, hi,
life in a
I'm not gone.
Happens as
I am actually still living your walls. You should probably check that out.
Nearly every
it's not healthy.
Click, step, every memory, everything said or done is vulnerable to recording or simply comes into the world already pre-remembered. Not as an ephemeral oral exchange or a haphazard note, but as a high-fidelity, time-stamped, cataloged artifact. In such a world, it shouldn't be surprising if it starts to feel like there are more things you've said than things you could say, more ways things have been than ways things could be. The future isn't what it used to be. But don't get it twisted. Complete documentality is far from here. As I've mentioned before, our estimates of the current human
my brain just instantly connects. Don't get it twisted to Northern Light.
population have about a 2 to 3% margin of error. That means that about this many people may or may not exist. And at any given moment in the US alone, there are about 40,000 deceased bodies whose identities are unknown.
That's
when
a
Steve
lot.
Fawcett failed to return to the Flying M Ranch in 2007, search and rescue efforts sent to find him.
I guess maybe they don't change every day, but like
airplane crashes that
oh no, wait, no, yeah, like if it's like around 40k unidentified ones, like that, yeah.
And when authorities searched
not
for
as
Gabby
many in the
Petito,
grand scheme of
they
things.
found her and the bodies of at least 8 other people they weren't even looking for. We are not a documented species. We are a bunch of animals walking in and out of rooms. That said, something's changed. The last time a body was interred in the tomb of the unknown.
Some of us are. Have you heard the tale of Christian? The most documented person
after the Vietnam War, but it was removed
probably
in
ever
1998 after DNA testing connected it to a name, Michael Joseph Blassie. In 2014, prosecutors didn't need witnesses or security cam footage to construct what happened between Michelle Carter and Conrad Roy because they had these thousands of text messages. Despite living just 35 miles apart, Carter and Roy's relationship occurred almost entirely through text. So these are not pieces of their relationship. They're not evidence of the whole story. They are the whole.
Oh God, have these? Please tell me somebody automated that, and this did not have to be manually inputted for every single message. Because, like, can you, like, it would be so tedious, but at the same time, the amount of time it would take, like, you're essentially, like, this would be somebody's job, right? Like, they're getting paid to just manually input all those. Surely it's gotta be automated, right? To a degree, at least. It looks like Excel here. I know there's, like, some Excel wizard you can do. But, like, I would absolutely be down to just, like, manually input all of them. Like, it would take, like, a couple days, maybe a week or two. Like, I'm a salaried worker. I just get to, like, manually input all these. Zero brain activity happening. It's like a great job. Like, if
They're
you
not
don't have to
evidence of
problem
the
solve
whole
anything,
story.
just like
They
look at
are
message,
the
input
whole
message.
story. These messages aren't missing the glances, the nods, the way he or she said it. This is all they each saw. And we have it all. An entire human relationship that happened as, and still is, undying documents. They're all online. Just a few taps deep in the world's largest ocean of documentation. And we just keep filling it up, turning more and more of what we do and see into ghosts, not just to remember, but to experience.
Yeah, like
when we
future archaeologists, like they're gonna have an absolute field day being able to just like see what's going on here. Like I know we've got like a whole bunch of like lost media and whatnot that like even today is pretty hard to find. But they do eventually get found every now and then. But like, if like from a humanitarian perspective, at least, like if you just want to get a look into how people used to live back then and the culture of the time, it would be like pretty easy to. I am genuinely surprised, really genuinely surprised. There's not like an extension, a web extension on any of the browsers anywhere that you can just like input a date and like have the entire browser limit everything to that date. So like it filters out everything past that, and then like with each passing day, you can it just like passes the day in the browser as well. It just pretends that like it's that date. So like all the new YouTube videos, all the blah 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 blah. Like you may not be able to do the UI of a lot of places, so obviously like not websites that have shut down or whatnot. But like content-wise, like the content from there, you could probably maybe like it would probably be feasible. I don't know enough about how that would work.
Our phones, it's not that we aren't living in the moment; it's that we are.
But like
Today,
I would love that just like literally just for
moment,
YouTube.
You have to be fully in
Just
the
have my
moment.
recommendation
Every
page be
part
filled with like
even the
videos
eyes
from
have to charge,
back in the
and
day. Then
the mind you share with others.
and
See
let's
what's
have it like
happening?
progress
We are
as
not
days
just
go on.
getting more ghosts. We are beginning to live as ghosts, as an account, a like, a post, a view, and it's great. We're spared the
Are you
abilities of
ghosts?
confrontation.
Am I
and
talking to
be an
ghosts
image
right now?
is to be
Am
something.
I a ghost?
Frederick Douglass and Sojourner
Are we all
Truth
passing
knew
through each
they
other?
had photographic images of themselves printed up. To own and control and sell your own figural ghost meant that you had power. But today, being a ghost surrounded by other ghosts causes a certain kind of newfangled anxiety. In his 1985 Amusing Ourselves to Death, Neil Postman describes what he calls the information-action ratio. Now, even though this book predates the World Wide Web, it may as well have been written about it. Let me ask you a modern version of a
Yeah, like the
question he
concept
asks
itself
in here.
is.
How often does
People
something
wanna be
you see
remembered.
on social media cause you to alter your plans for the day, or to take some action you would not otherwise have taken, or provide you with insight into some problem you are required to solve? When everything persists, irrelevance takes over. But the constant swirl of doom and pleasure and distraction isn't just irrelevant, is it? No, it's truly a ghost that can pass right through you. You can sit and stare for an hour and not remember a single thing you were served. We don't do that because it feels good. We do it because our minds want to be unsettled. A never-ending scroll of decontextualized news and horror and comedy and family and backflips isn't some unholy modern abomination of nature. It is exactly the niche we evolved to thrive in. Oh no, my brain evolved to eat berries in a cave. No, it evolved to reach the lushness of Southeast Asia and then cross the Wallace line, not because
We
it had
require
to,
stimulation.
not because it could, but because what laid beyond was next, and we've got autoplay on. Hey, let's build a thing that floats and like we could fit in it. We could call it a boat. Huh? What's that? Where will it take us? Away. We are not the universe experiencing.
That reminds me of like that one meme where it's like humanity's purpose is just to go fast. We evolved legs. We evolved legs to go fast. Then we started running. Then we tamed horses. We made like cars. We made planes. We made spaceships. We just wanna go fast. Humanity's entire existence is literally just a Need for Speed movie.
Itself.
It's just Need for Speed.
Itself. We are the universe looking for something else. In order to be here for long, we needed to not be here for long. I don't think it's the risk.
I never thought about it this way.
Good stories and
You've done it again,
adventure
Visos.
are the icing
You
on
have
the cake.
done it again.
We really desire unsettledness. Not knowing what's going to happen next can be exciting. Why? I think in the same way that long necks were selected in giraffes because no one was eating the way up high leaves, and in the same way that white fur was selected in polar mammals because no one was eating
did giraffes
snow,
even get that way,
imagination
by the
was
way,
selected in humans because no one was eating possibilities. As
Sure, they were
soft
already
apes in the
predisposed
midst
to
of
that.
Climatic change. Those who survived didn't wait for natural selection to provide an answer. No, they relied, as we still do today, not on evolution, but on resolution, on picturing and manipulating an analog world inside the theater of their own minds. Up here, we can imagine things that aren't hypotheticals. The distant past and future, the way things might be. We can recognize that collecting firewood now will be worth it. We can recognize that if there's no water here, we can bring it to us. The world is not our home.
Aqueducts. Aqueducts are like such a cool thing.
But because of that fire, we have made the whole world our home. Our ancestors are those hominids whose resolving never resolved. Now, sure, binge watching TV or scrolling a social media feed are pretty different than crossing the Bering Strait, but they're still unsettling, right? What's going
Right, okay, I haven't said anything in a while, so... Chad, isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
For ourselves, it never resolves. But unlike
the old reliable.
There's so much less danger. We
Wow.
can witness and interact safely from home, like pieces of luggage being moved at light speed without moving at all. The internet is a bounty of torques and velleities, pushes that spin us around but don't move us anywhere, and wishes not strong enough to inspire action. We're not amusing ourselves to death. We're amusing ourselves to life. A longer, scarier life. And as always, thanks for watching.
Oh, that's a good way to drive home the... Oh god.
Don't forget to pre-order your very own...
Commercials! Be gone! Be gone from this realm, you foul fiend! Okay, that was cool. And remove that from the watch later. I've got like 4,000 something videos. With stream unavailable. I think the YouTube stream may have gotten nuked. Because of react. Can we not react on things on YouTube? Can you not react on things? Oops. That's not the thingy. This is the thingy. And this should not be the other thingy. Please hold. There. Hold up. I need to investigate. Yep, stream unavailable for policy violations. I see. So, rip the YouTube stream then.